Hi friends, and welcome to our math lesson today. Today our lesson is lesson 2, and the objective is I can describe two objects as almost the same, but. So remember, in our first lesson we looked at objects that were exactly the same. And now we're going to look at objects that are almost the same, but there's going to be something a little different. And when we look at differences, we're going to be looking at size, we're going to be looking at the shape, we're going to be looking at the pattern, the color. So what makes them different? All right, friends, let's get into our lesson today. All right, let's describe these objects. So let's look at our first object. So we have a ball. And what kind of ball is this? If you said beach ball, you are correct. So this is a beach ball. And our shape is round. So let's go look at the shape. And now we're going to look at the color. So let's look at the color of this beach ball. So I see different colors. I see black, I see orange, I see gray, and different shades of gray, and maybe white. Okay, so we have one object. We know it's a beach ball. The shape is round. So let's look at the other object. And this object, oh friends, it's also a beach ball. So this beach ball is also round. It has a round shape, but they're not exactly the same. What's the difference? The difference is the color, right? So this beach ball has different colors. This is blue, this is red, this is green. I see purple. So they're almost the same, but the difference is that they have different colors. Okay, friends, so that was one way to describe an object that's a little different. The color was different. All right, friends, let's look at another set of objects. All right, friends, let's take a look. So what do we notice about these two objects? Okay, let's look at our first object. We know that it's a ball, and it's a tennis ball. And this tennis ball is green and it has white stripes. Now let's look at our second object. It is also a ball. So that's something that's almost the same, but I notice there's some differences. So this ball, it's white and it has red stripes. So that's something that's different. They're both balls, but they're different because they're different kinds of balls and they're different colors. So this is a tennis ball and this is a baseball. Almost the same, but there's a difference. All right, friends, let's continue on. Now, what do we notice? We have a pencil, and we notice that it's a little pencil, right? And we notice that it has some yellow on it. So now let's look at another object. We're going to notice, see if it's the same or if it's almost the same, but all right, friends, so now we have another pencil. So that's something that's almost the same. But we do notice some differences, right? So this is a colored pencil, and it's a red colored pencil. This is just a regular writing pencil, and it has a black lead. So this lead is red. So they're almost the same because they're pencils, but there's a difference. The difference is the colors. They're different colors. But we did notice that they're both small. They're both kind of short pencils, right? Almost the same, but there's a difference. Let's continue on, friends. All right, friends, we have two objects. How would you describe these two objects? Are they the same, but are they exactly the same? So let's look at them. You're going to stop and take a short quiz to kind of see if you understand what's going on in our math lesson right now. So I want you to look at this cup, cup A, and this is cup B. I want you to tell me if it's almost the same, but, or are they exactly the same? So let's look at them. Do they have the same color? Do they have the same shape? Do they have the same pattern? I want you to tell me. So you're going to get to stop and do a quick quiz. And then I'm going to give you some feedback and tell you that if they're almost the same, but, or exactly the same. So you're going to take that quiz, and then we're going to move on to our next part. All right, friends, we have two flowers. How would you describe these flowers? How can we describe them? Are they the same, almost the same, but are they exactly the same? So do you notice the color? Do you notice the shape? Do you notice the patterns. Look at these two flowers and tell me, are they exactly the same or almost the same, but, so look at flower A. Tell me flower A says they're the same, but flower B says they're exactly the same. So I want you to pick A, the same, but, or B, exactly the same. So you're going to go down and you're going to get a short little quiz and you're going to tell me your answer, and I'm going to give you some feedback to see if you are correct and identifying them as the same, but, or exactly the same. All right, friends, let's move on. Okay, you're going to get to practice on your own. So in this activity, you're going to find this on the Google Classroom, and you're going to look at some objects and you're going to draw a line to them. You're going to look at some animals and you're going to decide if they're almost the same. So you're going to find an animal that looks like almost the same, but there might be a slight difference. So let's look at the first one. This is a little cat. I'm going to look on the right side. I'm going to see if there's another cat. Oop, I found it. I'm going to draw a line. That's something that it's almost the same. I noticed that they're almost the same, but there's a little difference. The way that they're turned is different. So that's something that's different about them too. So you're going to practice this on your own. You're going to look in your folder. You're going to go into the Google Classroom and you're going to find this activity in your folder, and you're going to be able to do this on your own. And also, you're going to be coloring objects so that they're almost the same, but. And how you're going to do that is you're going to look for some different objects. So I notice here, I see a pear, and I see the stem, and I see that it's black, and I see some spots on it. And I'm going to look on the right side, and I found another pear. I noticed that it's almost the same, but there's a little difference. This stem is clear, it's white, and there are no spots. So they're almost the same, but, and I'm going to color them the same color. So I would take my color and I would color them both the same color. So this one I would color the same color as this one. So that's what you're going to do on your own. So you're going to practice this and I'm going to check your work, and then we're going to meet up in lesson 3, and I'll see you next video.